So now you know all about codes, why not try making one of your own? So in the last video, I told you about 4 different types of cipher. There was the transposition cipher, Seagate substitution cipher, the Vigenère cipher, and also encryption keys. So why not try making one of those? Now remember, it's really important that you keep track of what it is that you're doing so that the person who wants to read your message knows what they have to do to decode it. Now, one transposition cipher you could try is the simple grid. This common transposition cipher involves breaking your message down into lines of a prearranged length, say 5 letters per row. You then rewrite your message into a cipher by taking letters going down the columns first rather than along the rows. Now, the number of letters in each row and the order in which you take them becomes your key. And this is what you can share with your friend. So, my very easy code becomes... Wow, try saying that out loud. To decipher your message, your friend needs to recreate the grid that you used to create it in the first place. They need to count the amount of letters in the message, which in our case was 14, and divide it by 5, which was the number that we agreed is in each row. The number of letters that are left over is the number in the last row. They now need to write out the letters in columns from top to bottom and then read it from left to right, which is the opposite of what you've done before. And that will give them your message. If you want to make it a bit more difficult, you could try a Caesar substitution cipher. Now for that, you'll need a code wheel. Now code wheels are relatively simple to make. All you need is some cards, some pens, pencil, and a paper clip. Here's how you make it. You take your card and you make 2 circles of different sizes. And then you write the alphabet around the outside of each one. Then all you have to do is poke a hole through the middle and use your paper clip to bind the 2 circles together so that they can spin freely like this. And there you have your code wheel. Now you can substitute the letters of your message with some other letters using a simple key. You could try the Caesar's key, for example. Do you remember Caesar's key, where you replace the letter with a letter that's 3 places later in the alphabet? Well, take your code wheel. What we need to do is move it 3 places. And now you can check your letters of your message on the outside, and you just need to write down the equivalent letters from the inside wheel, and that becomes your code. Here's one I made earlier. Can you work out what it is? So now you've got your code wheel, it's time to get really creative. The Vigenère cipher was believed to be unbreakable. It used 25 Caesar ciphers, one with a shift of +1, one with a +2 shift, and so on like that. You can draw it out in a grid just like this. He then used a keyword to create the encrypted version of his message. You can use any keyword you like. I've gone for Minecraft since I happen to be a particular fan. Then you lay your message and code word out one on top of the other, repeating your code word as many times as you need until you have a code letter for every letter of your message, like this. To get your encryption, take the letter from the key and find it on the x-axis. That's the alphabet running from left to right on the top of your grid. Then you've got to find the letter from your message on the y-axis. Where these meet is your encryption letter. Mine looks like this. Your friend needs the Vigenère's grid and your keywords to decipher your encryption by doing the process in reverse. So now it's time to get really challenging. How about some hardcore maths? So earlier I told you that banks use encryption keys to keep your bank details safe. They do this by taking an extremely large number and trying to work out its prime factors. You could set yourself a challenge. See if you could take a large number and work out its prime factors. Now, to work out the prime factors of a number, what you should really first do is work out what the smallest prime number that goes into it is. For example, if you wanted to find the smallest prime factor of 24, it would be 2, because 2 times 12 equals 24. Then, if you wanted the smallest prime factor of 12, it would be 2 again, because 2 times 6 equals 12. Then if you wanted the smallest prime factor of 6, it would be 2 once again, because 2 times 3 equals 6. Now 3 is already a prime factor, so we have all our prime factors. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 equals 24. Or we could say 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 1 equals 24. There you go, cracked it. So it's over to you. We want you to submit your videos showcasing your very own codes. Be imaginative, but keep the videos under 5 minutes long. You could set up a challenge between your family and friends so you can crack your code the quickest. You could also try set up a spy thriller based around a code. It's up to you, be creative, have fun with it. Details of where to submit your videos are in the pack. So happy coding!